Okay, so we are on another break here for Donbrothers. 43, I believe it's 43, comes out next week, the 8th. It'll be dubbed here, or I guess subbed, I should say, by the 9th and whatnot. So, next Monday again will be the, next episode in the series. I thought, again, kind of just do another just talking video, prediction video, kind of end of the season wrap up here, which again, we're a month and a half away. Sometimes they go, the start of February. Sometimes they used to really do that, like, hard. Like, that was the end. It was, like, February, and then they start the next show. But recently, it's kind of been like, okay, well, maybe we'll go to the end of February, March. The first weekend in March is when, the next series starts. So it just kind of depends. So I'm just going to say the middle of February just to make it easy. So we're, again, month and a half. That's only about 6 episodes-ish, for the season. And since I've done my last, end of the season prediction video, we haven't really seen the Bestials. We got our final boss, in a sense, with that fourth Cerebrian popping up, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna get my revenge on you. You haven't seen the last of me. Typical villain stuff and whatnot. And nothing else has come from that. There's been no teasers, nothing. Again, next week, I think it's just like a time traveling episode, so I don't even think he's in that episode. He might be at the end of it, or he might be the one that's, planning the whole thing. It's been about a week since I've seen the, trailer, but, I remember it's a time traveler episode, which is the gist of it. So, we'll see if that's filler. It shouldn't be, but we're bringing, again, future variants of themselves to an episode. It could just mean nothing. But we'll see. Again, I don't want to speculate on that. But I mean, I really did think the Bestials were going to be the definitive end game boss here. And again, there's nothing. Like, we haven't really had anything. We had that whole thing with how did Don Black get back to Earth? I don't know. Still don't know that. He doesn't know. We're, again, 6 episodes-ish left in this series, and there's still quite a few answers we have. They still don't know who Don Black is, which I'm okay with that. As the season has progressed and whatnot, I've started to enjoy that, because no Sentai series, as far as I know, has ever done that. I can't think of one. Now, maybe there's one I'm not thinking of, but I can't think of one that's like, oh, here's, core 5 members. They don't know who one of their members is. This is like the first time. This is brand new. And, I can't think of a lot of shows in general that have done that either. So, again, I've liked that a lot more. We still have that. I still think they're going to do more with the whole manga stuff for Don Yellow. We still technically, we haven't explored a lot of, I guess, the origin, I would say, of Don Red. There's still all that. The father is still in jail in the pocket dimension. We still have to wrap up the Mio storyline, with Don Pink. What's going to happen with Don Black? Like, there's so many things for each character we still have to wrap up. We still have to wrap up the Six Ranger story with, I forget what her name was, from the village. There's so many things, and again, we have 6 episodes, and I'm sure, that they always do a movie, so maybe some of that gets wrapped up in the movie. I pray it's not, Don Red's origin story just in a movie form, because that would kind of suck, in my opinion. Oh, we have the start of the series, let's build up, say, hey, this guy's, he doesn't know anything, trying to remember stuff about his, life and whatnot, and then, everything right in the movie. It's like, really? Really? So, again, there's going to be a movie afterwards. It's going to be a crossover movie. But who knows what they're going to kind of fill in the blanks for that. But, again, there's 6 episodes. It's, it's about 24 minutes an episode, because it's, it's half an hour, 6-minute commercials in total and whatnot. So, they could do a lot. There's been some episodes where the first half of the episode is like, oh my god, that was only 5 minutes, that was only 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. We still have so much more to go through. So I'm not saying they can't do that in 6 episodes, but I don't want a rushed ending. I don't want this, okay, boom, 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 we're done, we filled in the blanks, and half it's like, that's your answer? So I don't want that. But, you know, I think they've done well enough where it's like, oh my god. This is my third video I'm recording this morning. So, but, you know, I don't want, you know, I'm fine with how they've paced stuff. Again, sometimes it's like, wow, like they really paced that really well, and we still have a whole half an episode left here for whatever we want to do. But then there's some episodes where it's like, okay, the first half, and this is more so early on in the series, it's like first half was directed by one director, and then the second half it's like, oh, this guy had to go do another project or whatever, so they brought someone else in, and it felt like a totally different story in the second half. Again, that's more so been early on, but I don't want that for these last, you know, 6-ish episodes of the series. But I'm excited. You know, this time travel episode kind of intrigues me. We'll see how much plot is in it. We'll see if, you know, maybe the Force Cerebrian is going to be in it. But I don't think he was in the trailer. But maybe, again, they don't show everything in the trailer on purpose. Like, it's a trailer for a reason. Again, no real sign of, like, bestials or anything. I personally, I would like the final battle to be on the bestials world because, you know, why not? Why not have that? Have, you know, Cerebrian there, Force Cerebrian there, the other 3 Cerebrians there. You know, they kind of turn on, you know, their race, but they don't kill them. They let, you know, Donbrothers kill the Force Cerebrian. They, you know, kill a bunch of bestials and whatever. Kind of, I guess, liberate the planet. Maybe you could say, like, oh, they're, like, infected with something and they turn into bestials. Something like that. I would like it off-planet. Go to, you know, the bestials world and have the final battle there. Rather than just, you know, a standard, oh, well, here they come through a bunch of portals and let's protect the Earth. So, again, this series kind of felt different enough where it's like, well, maybe they could do that. So that's my, like, number one thing I want to see. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Because we've only gone to the bestials world, I think, is it once or twice? I think it's only been once. I don't think it's been twice. But, you know, outside of that, I don't know. I don't know what else I really want. Because, again, it's, like, as I explained, like, we still don't know Toro's origin. Like, we found, I think there's been bits and pieces, but there's no, like, big thing. He doesn't even know his dad's alive, as far as we know. Now, maybe the team told him, but I don't think he's ever visited his dad in the pocket dimension in the series, so he might not even know his dad's alive. And maybe they touched on that early in the season, like, hey, like, don't tell him or whatever. But we've seen the Sixth Ranger go there. We've seen everyone go there. We've seen the Cerebrians go to the pocket dimension. So it's accessible to Don Red. It's just, does he know or not? Like, that's another thing, too. It's, you know, there's so many things they have to wrap up. And who knows what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. So, I'm just going to leave it there and just have hope. I mean, there's been, you know, again, there's been some filler episodes where it's like, you know, why do I even need to cover this crap? You know, and then there's been some episodes where it's like, I legit, you know, I burst out and I'm like, that's a good joke. It's like, oh my god, like, that's a good plot twist. Like, oh, I actually like that theme of this episode or whatever. Something different, something unique. Again, characters don't know one of their core members is or who he is. I'm totally okay with some of that stuff. But I don't want it rushed. I don't want it, like, just messed up. So, again, you had that break a couple weeks ago. You have the break this week to, you know, film, edit, and all this other crap. We still don't even know. Is it Mersamay? Don Purple. I keep saying, I try it, and I just feel like I'm saying it wrong. Don Purple, what's going to happen with the, you know, him? Is he going to be released from the sword, you know, the spell, or what? Or maybe, like, you know, again, maybe he's cursed and we don't know, or something like that. Or, you know, what's going to happen? Like, there's so many things we don't know what's going to happen in the future, and we're, again, a month and a half away, something like that. Month and 3/4 away from the end of the series. So, for now, we're just going to sit and wait. Got another week until, you know, we get the time travel episode, and then we're just going to see what happens from there. I'm not typically one that goes, oh, let me go look at the titles for the upcoming season, or upcoming, you know, end of the episodes. You know, so I'm going to just, you know, watch the trailers. When the next trailer comes out, look at that title, blah, blah, blah. And then, again, if I don't know exactly like when they plan them, but again, I kind of checked around, today because I'm like, there's no episode today, so I assumed there was a break. Checked, looked up the date for the episode air dates next week. So I'm like, okay, well now we know, exactly. I know what I can do today. If we have another break, I don't know. We shouldn't, but if we do, I don't know what I'm gonna do because I might just kind of recap my whole thoughts on the series as a whole. Because as we get closer and closer to the end, it's like, okay, well I have less to talk about because maybe they filled in some of these blanks or maybe they didn't. So again, we'll see what happens. There should not be another break unless something weird happens or whatever. For now though, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe. Later this week, they have there was a I guess a mini movie with the Donbrothers kind of crossing over with the Hurricanegers. So I might just do a little special episode in the middle of this week for that. I still have not watched it yet. That came out. It got dubbed this weekend. Some of those stuff like those mini movies and whatnot take. It can take a couple months to come out because sometimes they're again in theaters like the crossovers or. Maybe that doesn't come out to like a Blu-ray set or whatever. So I might do that this week. But that might not be till like Wednesday or Thursday just because I have so much going on this week. So many videos and whatnot I want to do too. So yeah, I already signed off. Again, subscribe if you're new here for this series. We're coming up in the end, which a whole bunch of episodes on this channel, a whole bunch of sports content and whatnot. For now though, I'm out of here. Peace.